I'm Mega Mike the Movie Man, and today got a mega movie plan. Today we got a mega review of Spider-Man Far From Home. I'm going to do this review and go over the good, the bad, and my recommendation on whether you should go back and see this one in preparation for Spider-Man No Way Home. Remember, it's almost game day here, so we gotta be prepared. Also, if you stick around to the very end of the video, I will be doing a full unboxing on this Best Buy exclusive Steelbook I got a while ago, so stick around to the very end of the video for that. Now let's get started. Now to get into the good of the movie. All the returning cast here is great. Tom Holland comes back and takes it up another level. He just does a great job being a Peter Parker character that is trying to learn how to balance his life. And you can see how the struggles of Spider-Man is weighing on him, and he really just needs a vacation in this movie. Also, I really enjoy MJ in this movie. She has a lot more screen time in here, and her romance with Peter Parker is actually believable here. So I think they have a good chemistry dynamic, and they work well in the movie. Also, speaking of romance, Aunt May and Happy have a fun little romance in this movie, and Happy is such a great character, has a lot of comedic relief moments, and just brings some much needed laughter to break some serious tension in certain moments. So all that returning cast does a great job here. Even Ned comes back and he's still just as funny as always and has his little relationship going as well. So this is actually a very romantic Spider-Man movie when you look at it from that angle. And then the new villain introduced here, Jake Gyllenhaal playing Mysterio, is a great character in this movie. Now, I didn't know Mysterio could be such a interesting villain. Usually in the comics and TV show, he's kind of known as one of the weaker Spider-Man villains, but here he is a real threat.
Hey, sorry I'm late.
Happy.
You look nice.
Thank you. You too.
Thank you. New dress?
Yes, it is. How'd you know?
What just happened?
Now to get into more good of the movie. So overall, I really like this story plot and script here. I think it makes sense for Mysterio to have this illusion projection equipment to basically fool Spider-Man, Nick Fury, the rest of the world that he is a true hero and that he's needed to defeat these elemental monsters that he's creating. That way he gains fame. And it makes sense when he says, hey, no one's going to care about you unless you're wearing a cape. For the time they're living in, that makes perfect sense in that world when there's so many of these superheroes. So overall, I really like that story plot idea. I think Mysterio is the perfect character to pull that story through. So this creates for some of the best action sequences when they're fighting those elementals. That is just so jaw-dropping to see on screen. And then also I really like the costume of Mysterio. I'm glad they went with kind of the classic costume but updated it just a little bit. It looks very cool on screen. And speaking of costumes, Spider-Man's Night Monkey costume is a fun addition to the movie. I want to see more of those kind of costumes for Spider-Man, much preferred over a Iron Man type of costume. I'm kind of over the Iron Spider costume. So this story just works on so many levels, and it's like a fun roller coaster ride.
What are you going to do about it?
You don't want any part of this.
Now to get into the bad of the movie. Now there isn't any one major negative here that just completely brings down the movie, but there are some drawbacks I did want to mention. First one being, I don't like how they double down on the Iron Man Jr. concept. Why would Iron Man give these Edith glasses to Peter Parker, a kid, when he could give it to another Avenger, another hero, one that would be more capable of dealing with this powerful technology? To me, I just don't buy it. I know he was mentoring Spider-Man, but I don't think he would give this most powerful technology to him. I just don't buy that story element, so I wasn't a fan of that part of the story. Another part of the story that I wasn't a massive fan of was how they connected Mysterio back to Tony Stark as a disgruntled type of employee. Reason why is because we've already seen this done before with a lot of the Iron Man villains, and just we don't need to keep doing that. I don't want a bunch of future villains all be because of actions that Tony Stark did in the past. We got to change it up a little bit. So that was just another story element that I just wasn't a massive fan of. So to me, those were some of the most serious drawbacks of the movie. And then another little side one is that this one does go international, and I am really craving a Spider-Man story that goes back just to a New York setting, one where he's just the friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. It's just getting too wide of a area for Spider-Man, and I just want that single New York story back again. I hope a future movie we just go back home and we can see Spider-Man swinging through New York. I think that's when Spider-Man is at his absolute best. So those were some of the drawbacks.
Did you get your passport?
Peter Parker here to pick up a passport, please.
Mini toothpaste? Pack your suit.
I just want to go on my trip with my friends. Europe doesn't really need a friendly neighborhood Spider-Man.
Now to get into my recommendation of this movie, should you go back and see this one in preparation for Spider-Man No Way Home? Absolutely, of course. It's in the MCU series of Spider-Man movies. It's a Tom Holland movie. You have to. I think this one is going to connect most to the new Spider-Man No Way Home movie. That ending credit scene where it shows that everybody now knows Spider-Man's identity. We've already seen in the trailer how that is going to play a major role in starting off the new movie, and why Spider-Man wants to go to Doctor Strange to reverse that so people don't know his identity and things just go wrong and multiverse gets torn apart and things start coming through it. To me, you got to see this one, especially to be able to connect to the beginning of No Way Home. So I would absolutely recommend you going back and seeing this one again.
You got gifts, Parker, but you have a job to do. Are you going to step up or not? You're all alone. Your friends are in trouble.
What are you going to do about it?
Now to get into my unboxing of this Best Buy exclusive Steelbook I got a while ago. I just thought this looked so amazing that I actually wanted to do a proper opening of this one and just show you what it looks like. So just zoom in right here to the front. I really like how this did right here. Look at how shiny this one is. I like how they included so much on this front cover. Look at all the characters. You got Nick Fury, Mysterio, MJ, Spider-Man, you got Peter Parker, you even got Ned there. So I liked how they included all those main characters. And then look at how cool the elementals look. That's just such great detail. And you got all the elementals just surrounding those main characters, and that is so much fun. To me, this captures the movie perfectly. So when a cover can do that, that's exactly what I want out of a front cover. Now, just to take a look at the side of it real quick. Once again, just matching the front with the title. And now just to take a look at the back J card. So you can see here there are some special features here. There's not a lot of them, but there's enough to kind of make it worth getting a physical copy, especially if you do like special features. I think there is definitely enough here, especially the all new short film Peter's to-do list. That is kind of fun, so you might really enjoy that. Now to take off the J card and just look at the back of the Steelbook itself. So let's take a look at this. Wow, maybe I should just leave the J card off of this one. Look at how nice this looks. I I really like how you got MJ and Peter up there at the top, and then you also have Night Monkey right there fighting elementals again, and Mysterio there. Wow, that front cover looks, back cover looks so great. It may even be better than the front cover. I don't know which one is better. You guys let me know in the comments which one you like more. I just think those are both great. Wow, fantastic. Now let's look at the inside of this. So right here you got the two discs, the 4K and the Blu-ray. Let me take out those discs actually so we can see some of the artwork. Now we'll look at the 4K one first. I'll be very careful with this, but take a look at that. Has the Iron Spider suit on it. So I'm not a massive fan of that. But it still looks cool. I like how they did something with it, and it's just not all plain and boring. So that does work for it right there. Now let's take a look at the Blu-ray one. I like this one a little bit more actually. Look at the Blu-ray. You got Night Monkey. You cannot go wrong with Night Monkey. That's awesome. So I really like that Blu-ray run. Actually, that's a lot of fun. And then just to show the inside with nothing in it, you just have some spider webs there. Works okay for it. Would have liked maybe a little bit more of a design in there. But overall, I think this is just such a great steelbook. To me, one of the better steelbooks that Marvel has done. So if it's ever still available or you're able to find it somewhere, I would definitely recommend this one. It's just looking so cool. And so that will do it for today's movie review of Spider-Man Far From Home and the unboxing of that exclusive steelbook. Let me know in the comments below, have you seen the Spider-Man movie recently, and what do you think of it? Where does it fall under your tier of Spider-Man movies so far? Also, if you're discovering my channel for the first time, make sure you subscribe. If you can relate to enjoying movies and it being the best part of your day, watching movies, talking movies with friends, if that is you, you are in the right place. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss out on any of that future movie review content, because we're going to be getting you lots of movie reviews and rankings. Also, like the video. And this is Mega Mike, the Movie Man, out here reminding you to make every day a movie day. And it's almost game day. Let's get hyped.